So, hey Heather.
Hello.
All right, I'm going to mute everybody, and I have this sharing live into our team page for those of you who are in it. I got to take my little ones to school here shortly, but wanted to do this really quick. So, let me know if you are watching the replay or watching live. And for those of you who don't know, we have an August challenge group. And so the whole month of August, it's like daily challenges to help push for the business. And it's really people that are trying to run in the business. And so this whole week, we've really been focusing on social media and pushing through that. And that's all built upon building blocks. So I'm going to kind of get right into it and show you today's challenge and tips. And I need my girls that are on to tell me if they see my screen when I share this. Can you guys see it? Yeah, okay, cool. Heather, would you mind checking on Facebook itself to make sure that it's sharing the screen on Facebook too? Because it's been kind of strange lately. So, Sydney's tired. The first week of kindergarten. It doesn't look like, oh yeah, it is showing. Okay, cool. So, daily to-do list. So I want everybody that is in my challenge group, I want you to go to our team page if you're a part of it. And I want you to click into it, Hemp Squad. First of all, I really suggest that right here under notifications that you have this on for all posts. We have post approval on, but this is a great way to learn what other people's questions are and make sure you don't miss out on any tips. So that's that. So when you click into Hemp Squad, you're going to go to Files, okay? And in the Files tab, I mean, there's so much magic over here that a lot of people miss. Units, photos, albums, files, search tab. This is like magic over here if you haven't messed with it. So anyways, you can browse through these files at any time. There's, probably 20, 30 of them to help you build your business. And I want everybody in my challenge group to pull up the daily activity tracker. And up until this point, we've really been doing building blocks to get our social media up to par. And so the challenge here is to complete 5 of these a week. Today is Wednesday. So by next Wednesday, you will have wanted to complete 5 of these. So I suggest writing the date on them. And that way, if you had a bad week and for some reason you're like, okay, my business is not growing where it should be, you can go back and be like, oh, well, I only completed 2 of these, or I didn't complete any. And it's an accountability thing. And it's also a chance for you to go back and see like, oh, hey, I never reached out to prospects, or I reached out to this prospect and that was over a week ago, 2 weeks ago, so let me go from there, that sort of a thing. If you don't have existing customers or existing pre-enrollees, here is where I suggest that you build relationships and network and add more people, okay? So checking the bot. We have an automated bot that you can opt into. I don't know, is someone mute? Let me see, someone is not muted all the way. If everyone can make sure that, I don't know why I'm getting feedback, it's so strange. So weird. It says everyone's muted. So check the bot. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna unmute and mute everyone again. It's so weird. I hear all this feedback. Unmute. Yeah. Okay, hopefully that helps. Check the bot daily, send birthday messages. So you can actually search on Facebook birthday and then private message people happy birthday. I use GIF, I use Jib Jabs, I use all those things. And just to be kind of different in sending those messages. Doing a Facebook Live, Facebook story, a CBD post, I probably, make sure that gets done, at least one of those a day. Facebook stories, we're going to train on in a little bit. And that I usually recommend 3 to 5 a day for now, and not just CBD personal development? Are you networking on Facebook? Did you maybe post to a buy sell trade group? Did you do a 3-way chat call Zoom with a leader with potentials? Did you ask a friend to host a post? I mean, these are all things that you can do to build your business. And so I suggest my challenge group, you're going to be responsible for 5 of these. If you don't finish one, pick back up where you left off. And when you are done printing these 5, in our challenge chat, you're going to put done with my 5, done printing my 5. Okay, that's going to be your accountability piece. So we know that you're actually keeping up. So that's the first thing. The next thing I want to talk about is tracking. We are at August 7th of the month. So we are about 1/5 of the way through. I mean, yeah, about a 1/5 of the way through the month. So this is how you track. When you guys started this challenge group, when you saw my post about your monthly goals, you shouted out a BV goal for yourself. Some of you said 5K, some of you said 2K, some of you guys said 20K, 10K, whatever. Whatever your goal might be, you really need to track on a daily basis. So log into your back office. So mydailychoice.com, log in. If you don't know how to do this, you need to watch the new affiliate training. Holler and we will get that to you. Family Body Rock. There we go. So this is a real raw moment for me because I'm about to show all of you guys my rank volume and it's not where I want it to be. So we're going to talk about that. So rank. So if I go to rank, what I do every morning, I go to rank and I look at this bottom number. So right now I'm at 8291. There are 31 days in a month. If I wanted to be at 75,000 in volume for the month, then I need to make sure I'm tracking to that. My goal was 75,000. So what I do is I do 8291. 8291. Today is the 7th of August, so we've gone through 6 working days. So 8291 divided by 6 is 1,381 and some change. That means that on average, our team gets about, this month so far, about almost 1,400 in volume a day. So now what I do is I multiply that by 31 days. So we've had 6 working days. There's 31 working days in the month. So times 31. I am tracking to only hit 42,836. And I am a 50K affiliate. So I'm not even tracking to maintain my rank currently. So what does that mean? I need to look at the past 6 days, the past couple weeks, really, the last month, because a lot of your work you put in now doesn't get paid out till a couple of months later. And I need to go, all right, what can I adjust? Can I adjust the quality of how I work? Like, am I scrolling through Facebook mindlessly? Can I adjust my organization or can I input more efforts? Okay, and that's what you need to decide. If you are not tracking to that goal that you put out for yourself at the beginning of the month, you need to adjust your quality. You need to adjust how you're doing something, or you need to adjust the amount of work you're putting in. Okay, so that's tracking. Do it on a daily basis and know where you're going. Oh yeah.
But I have to do that.
Sydney wanted some cuddles before school, and it's early morning here in Arizona, so she's cold and I'm dying. It's like 100 degrees outside. It's only 7 a.m. So anyways, that is tracking. And so you need to know where you're going. And if you set a goal for yourself, don't get discouraged. Just know, like, hey, I'm tracking behind. I need to step my game up. Maybe I'm spending too much time training my team. Maybe I'm mindlessly scrolling. Maybe I'm not talking to enough people. Maybe I'm talking to the wrong people. Okay, these are all things you need to adjust and think about. So that's that. Now we are going to talk about stories training. Why don't you go get with Reese, get your shoes on. You have PE today, right? Oh, okay, just in case, wear some tennis shoes and socks, okay? For mama, and you can come back in here once you're done, okay? And maybe fill your water bottle too. All right, I gotta get them to school here in about 15 minutes. So hopefully I can make this quick. Famous last words. And I need my team that's on here with me now to let me know once they see my phone pop up. Can you guys see my phone screen okay? Sweet, okay. Stories training. First and foremost, if you did not watch my video I did yesterday in the team page about what to post, posting is so much about authenticity. Okay, guys, authentic pictures, authentic wording. And again, back to attraction marketing, what sounds better? Who wants to join my team and make money? Or check out my friend Melissa. A year ago, she never had time to spend with her children. They would cry as she dropped them off to school because they never got to see her. And fast forward a year, she gets to pick up and drop off her kids every day at work thanks to this CBD opportunity. Would you like to take a tour of the business while I build up business underneath you with no obligation? What sounds better, right? And there's so many different examples of that. Who wants to buy CBD, or check out what CBD did for my friend? Solve a problem in your post. One single problem for somebody. And talk about how the products and the business make people feel, right? Does it make them feel, or how it could make them feel? Does the business make people feel, talk about the feelings they had before. Like I felt like I was drowning before this. I felt like I had lost my dreams, and talk about that. And then how you feel now. Prior to CBD, the product itself, I felt like every night I was waking up 3-4 times a night with shooting pains at my heel. So talk about those feelings. Don't be like, who wants to buy? You know what I mean? So, all right, so let's talk about stories. There's a training by John Eric Mosler, our social media coach. I highly recommend watching his trainings, but stories are really the place to be now with posting. Live videos are going to be like one of the #1 ways to get views on your stuff. Then stories, and then a photo as opposed to just text. So that's the order I recommend. You know, if you want a lot of views, a lot of interaction, a lot of new conversations, those are your top 3 best options usually. Make sure first and foremost that your story settings are set to public. So when I click on my story, I think it's here, you can hit these 3 dots here and edit story privacy. So mine is public. And so what you're going to notice, I'll show you guys, if you ever hold the screen down, it'll pause the story. I do a lot of polls for interaction, and these polls revolve around what you're going to find in my bio. In my bio, it talks about keto, okay? So that way, as I'm networking and adding new friends from keto groups, this provides value to them. Your story should always be different from what is on your timeline 99% of the time. If you're posting straight from your story to your timeline, it's really desperation for somebody to see the post, okay? So you're gonna notice I have 1, 2, 3, 5 stories within the past 24 hours. And this also it tells you the amount of views you've seen so far. So if I go back, that number here on the bottom left is the amount of views, okay? And the more people interact with you, the more Facebook will start putting these stories in other friends' feeds, okay? Would you let me build up your CBD business for a few days while you think the opportunity over? Yes. Okay, so what do I need to do today? I need to reach out to all these people that said yes. Now let me show you something. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot this and go back to that later because I'm almost up on time. And then I put my income for both my accounts. These little circles are in the gift bar. I'm gonna show you how to do it. I have the income disclosure statement, some caption, and these little gifts circling the bottom number there, okay? But it's not just about CBD, and they're spread out throughout the day. Like this was my morning post I just did. So you notice only 8 people saw it. I'm gonna go back. If you click the left screen, you can always go back. I'm not gonna go over like, how-tos too terribly much, but would you let me build your business? Okay, I wanna show you something here. 9 votes for yes. Now let's count the amount of people that actually said yes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's Kenzie Cupcake. I'm missing 2. Why? 2 people, I have 9 yeses. Why? Because I have never connected with them on Messenger, or I have never connected with them as a friend on Facebook. So one thing I do is my profile is public. All right. So as people, I'm currently working through these 1,600 people and messaging them if they are not a HempWorks affiliate, because they're going to hopefully accept that message request, right? And they're going to talk back and forth with me. These are people I'm not necessarily friends with, okay? They're just following me. So I'm gonna connect with these people little by little each day. I'm gonna go through this list. And now that we'll be connected on Messenger, I will start seeing when they vote on stories. Another hack that I use is when I'm going in groups, I will find a reason to message people based upon like interests. For example, if I go to my curly girl group and someone is talking about problems they're having with their hair, I might message them and say, hey, by chance, have you tried Kinky Curly Custard? That's what I use for my hair and I love it. And they're gonna accept the request. We're gonna get a conversation going, maybe even become friends. But even if we're not friends, they're gonna start seeing my story. And I have gotten messages from people that are just following me that go, oh my God, you made that much money in your business? Like, what do you do? Or, oh my gosh, I've been thinking about using CBD. Like, can I ask you some questions? Okay. So, that's one way you can work your business. Really quick, let's talk about just some simple basics. You can always go to your own profile to hit add story here. So that's one way to add a story. Guys, do not be afraid of buttons. Your second part of your challenge today is to play with the different tabs and buttons on your stories and share an aha moment as to like one new thing you learned stories can do. They are constantly adding new features here. And so like it's a huge thing. Now, I will go through some of that here in a minute. The law of reciprocation. If you want love, if you want comments, if you want messages, if you want likes, whatever, you got to give that too. So Facebook isn't just about posting and not sharing the love of others people's adventures. So I tend to, after I post, I usually will go through and I will check out like my stories feed. And I might send some love. And Jennifer's getting some coffee. I love coffee. Maybe I send her a coffee emoji. Now this goes to her messenger, which now increases our engagement. She's more likely to see my things. Okay. So I give them love. You can swipe to skip someone's story. Now, as people do that, guys, as people swipe through your stories, it actually can kill your algorithm. So, you want to make sure you're putting quality content. Gorgeous. I give other people love. And you can keep going and keep going. So I spend, 2 minutes after posting doing that to give love to people as well. All right, so let's do a quick little feature thing here. Okay, for example, I'll be headed to Margaritaville. So here is, this little guy here, this feature is got a lot underneath it. You can put location, the time of day, how hot it is, gifts. So let's say I type in the word excited. Oops. If I can spell it right. So let's put something that speaks to me here. A lot of them are so funny. I'm gonna put it right there. I might be saying, so excited to be headed to Margaritaville in about 3 weeks with our millionaire mentor. Okay, now watch this. If I hit done, I can click on the text again and I can actually change a lot of things here. Okay, so I can change the font, I can change the color, I can change it again. I can make sure that it's not covered. I mean, there's a lot of features here, right? Done. And maybe I even put, so you can move it around, and maybe I do a poll. So I'm gonna go back to that sticker. You can draw on it. I'm not going to draw, like, I'll do that. You can hit undo. You can change the color of the drawing. There's so many features. So play with that, play with the buttons, learn something new on that, and let us know what you learned. So now I'm gonna do a poll. Have you ever been to Orlando? Now this could spark conversation. Why? Because I used to live in Orlando. If someone might say, I live in Orlando, silly, or someone might say yes, and I might have an opportunity to say, how funny, like it looks like I can check out their profile and maybe they live in Orlando and I could just message them and say, I used to live in Orlando too. Or maybe they say no, and I can say the same thing. Hey, thanks for the vote on my post. You should totally check out Orlando if you ever do. I used to live there. I can totally give you some tips on great places to go. So now I can like start conversation with people. And then you can even hit effects down here. You can go black and white. You can, I mean, there's so many things you can do, right? So play with these things. Privacy, I mean, so many things. And then I'm gonna share to my story. Now, if you can share to your story through Messenger too, like I can add to my story here, and there's different features. You can upload photos, you can, see how the features are different here than what you saw on my straight Facebook app instead of Messenger. So you can also go to your story, maybe, just maybe, these people that said yes are people here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, okay. So somehow I'm missing people that are voting and we're not connected. So you can go to, here's another thing you can do. Let me try to find Casey because I know she's got a story up. I can go to her profile and I can see how it's blue around her face. That means she has an active story. Stories disappear in about 24 hours. So I can click and watch her story. I can go back by clicking left. I love this, by the way. I stole it. I screenshot it, Case. She shared the event to the Facebook page. So let's share that real quick. I'll show you that. So let's go to the weekly Rockstar event. And I can click on that. I can hit share with friends. And I can hit to my story and I can say, hey, 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 more chances to get free CBD. Check out discussion area and mark going. I gotta get my kids to school. You can tag people, there's all kinds of stuff. Let's change the font. Oh, I like that one. What do you guys think? Nope, it's too hard to read. Let's change the color. Nope, still too hard to read. Maybe not. And then I can do a little GIF arrow, or I can do watch circle. I kind of like that. No, that's not good. So I can delete that, go back, circle. Pause this if this is going too fast for you and you can figure it out. Let's do that. Nope, that's not gonna work. It goes behind there. So let's do an arrow. You see how I'm throwing it away? Arrow. Let's do that. You can make it smaller. Boom.
Hey, Melissa, where did you go for that? You went to effects and then scrolled to the right?
Sticker, GIF, right here.
Uh-huh.
Just typed in circle or arrow or whatever.
Okay.
You can type in anything. You can put sexy. Sorry. So
I'm so using that.
And then I'm gonna go to my story. And that's it. That's all for today. So everyone's challenges, there's so much I could go from. I could do like a lot of different features and stories, but play with the buttons, figure the things out because it's never going to be the same. It literally changes on every month. There's like a new feature or they've deleted a feature or whatever. So you have to play with things. Don't be afraid. Okay. And then go back to your story and be like, oh, geez, I shared something weird. You can even take video, guys, in your story. I don't know if I can figure out how to get out of here. Let's go to add to story. And I can go into the camera. I can put a filter. Oh, that looks much nicer than my crazy. You can do a boomerang. Watch. And it goes back and forth. I mean, there's so many. I can add emojis. I can play with these. I can hold it down, maybe. Video, sorry. I can, oops, just kidding. Discard. I can hold down the button and take video and say, I'm so excited for Margaritaville in 3 weeks. And it's going to replay. Actually, and you can turn the sound off, you can turn the sound on. You can even add music. Music. And typing, I can type in keyword excited. I'm so excited. And I can change what little piece is going to play. Pretty cool, right? These little stars up top are like key points of the song. Isn't that cool? So anyways, I'm going to discard that because nobody needs to see that. So yeah, those are just like play with it. Look at, there's another button. Yeah, it's on the table.
I need another one.
You can tap, yeah. Hey. You know what I mean? Like, guys, there's so many fun things. You can show your personality. You can whatever. Hi. You can do baby shark, do, baby shark, you know? Okay, I need to get my kids to school because this is just getting crazy. So that is your challenge for today. So you are going to print off that checklist that I showed you guys, that daily activity tracker. You're going to print 5, and you're going to, in the comments of our chat, you're going to go, done printing my 5. That's your accountability check for today. And then you're going to do at least 5 a week. So 5, and then by next Wednesday. And if you feel inclined, you're welcome to share that with people. I'll probably be sharing mine because I've not yet to print that off. But I feel like if people see in front of them a list that they need to do, then that accomplishment feels that much bigger. So print 5 of those for this next week, and then play with stories and share with us a new feature that you loved, enjoyed, etc. Now you're going to start getting in the habit of 3 to 5 stories a day, okay? And they're not going to be the same as your regular posts, but they're going to be around topics that are like your bio, right? Like your bio, and then also mix in a little bit of CBD stuff, okay? All right, that's your homework. Hopefully that's helped. If it's helped you and you have some team you feel it would help, make sure to share this video with them or mention them below in the team page live. All right, guys, I'm gonna get my kids to school. I'll talk to you later. Bye.